Practice. Training. Versus online. Custom rules. Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
On the scene!
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 2 has the life lead. Uses a drive parry against the attack. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Okay, creating some space here. Takes the chance to hurt him. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run. They need to find a way to reset the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Whiffs the throw. Tries to catch him out with the arc step. Experiencing burnout. Looking to impress with this super. Going binomial theorem with a boost, kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
Big throws. Who's going to start things off? Jumps? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. 3-ball ices them. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Blocks them. Vagabond and sends them flying. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Handing clutch anti-air. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Jumps the wins out in the battle of the skies. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Perfect air-to-air. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. What's the play here? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 has a KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Misses the grab. Throws them to negate the block. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Steals back a chance. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Okay, creating some space here. Out of range. Relatively safe. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Goes for the rush. The super doesn't hit. Their drive gauges are looking bare. 3-volt ices them. This can lead to some big damage. Both, that's not gonna hit. Closing moments of the match. Anti-air in the clutch. What now? Both fighters have turns out. Stunned. It flatlines them. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? That's a counter. Blocks the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Both throws them. And whip! They're wide open! Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Vagabond Edge connects. Kicks out a kick, drives, impact misses. Amazing! Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Wrecks them! Player 1, oh, snipe! Closes it out! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. 3-volt ices him. Great work finding the opening. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. All right. Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Was looking for that jump attack. There's a corner switch. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. The low doesn't connect. That's some big juicy damage. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 chases them down. Hits them with a stop and block. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Orbalan barely blocks the jump in. Looking for a chance. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Max SA throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Burnout activates. Raw critical. What's gonna happen? Picks up the counter. This is going to be more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that stupid. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Parries the attack. Parrying attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. definitely shuts out the jumper. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Gets the jump in. Grabs him. Taking stock. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Sent the shuriken bomb to panic. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Uses the gauge for a super art. Level 3 super. Sending that meter like it's nobody's business. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 1, this is gonna be bad news. Player 2 opts for the critical art.
Meaningless efforts.
Interdiction. Nothing's gonna save them now. Say goodbye to that light bar. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The throw misses. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Holds out with the block. Very solid corner kick. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 2 hits him with a stop and pop. Closing. Burnout activate. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? Holds out with the block. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Lots of life to play with and full SA meters. What will they do? This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. They're going for the super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. They must have a game plan in there. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Long low attack hit. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whip an attack and then strike without hesitation. No good up high. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Gets the jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Reads them. Life lead opens up. Brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Who's going to start things off? Big, low, reaching heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jumps. 3-volt ices him. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Jumps up, side switch in the corner. Going in. Hits him with a stop and block. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Both fighters planning something. Jumps it, knocked him out of the air. Medium kick hit. Bears the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Doesn't test the throw. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round.
Here. Go.
Anticipates the overhead. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Good anti-air. No good up high. That barely connected, but it still counts. Knockdown. Does a good job of pushing back. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. They both need to stand firm here and deal with an empty drive gauge. Taking stock. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Did well to get the buff in there. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Blocks it. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? 3-volt? Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Pokes with a medium kick. Okay, creating some space here. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Gets a risky buff in. KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Player 1 has the life advantage. Can they exploit this advantage? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Nothing but air for the impact. Whipping a drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Decides to buff up while they can. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Can't tech the throw? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Not shy with the grab. Gets some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Not close enough for the throw. Blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Looking to impress with this super. There's nowhere to run. Charges in to get hands on them for the interdiction. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Blocks it. 3-volt ices it. The overhead denied. Sets up with the jump in. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Is that it then? Final round. Fight!
Opts to create space to start. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Solid anti-air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter. Clutch, anti-air. Great shake. Amazing. Reads the jumping perfectly. Fire coming through. Taking chunks out of each other. My girl's flying. Player 1 is on and whiffs. They're wide open. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Nothing stops this train. Ugh, take a seat. Solid anti-air. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Oh my God, they just chopped it up. Player 1, big time whip. Are you kidding me? Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hopes with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time. So it's vital to not let that happen. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. In a dire KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Jumps in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Gets them with the anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be this and lead to some big damage. KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Dashes up. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They break things off to take a quick breather. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? The jump-in is denied. Watch KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Jumps? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Baits them and goes in for the hug. Dashes up. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Can they take them up with a level 2 super Thunderbird? Player 2 hits them with a stopping block. All in with the rush. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
In ruin.
Taking no prisoners. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the jump in. Goes in on the impact for nothing. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. There's a corner switch. Gets out of the corner. They break things off to take a quick breather. Had the radar up and running. Big low reaching heavy. Good job blocking the jump in. Just hold your breath. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a driving and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 1 must be feeling good. Were they baiting them into that? KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Gets a risky buff in. Three ball? Taking stock. Jump? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Shows a medium kick. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Brushes that off and keeps going. This is gonna be bad news. Burnout activates. Connects with the throw. Player reads the jump in perfectly. Blocks it. One chance here may end this match. Tries to act quickly in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Is that it then? Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Reads the command grab. Baits out the low kick. What? Anti-air. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Both are ready to pull the trigger. Solid anti-air. All in with the rush. Player 2 is in burnout state, but they're anti-air in the clutch. They're in range, knocked them out of the air. All with a no low heavy, but no go. Neither fighter is showing clutch anti-air. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They gotta dig down deep here. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Drive impact misses. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Counter hit. Where is the pumps the brakes on the impact? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Things are flatlined though. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Blocks the low kick. The drive impact doesn't work. Forcefully closes the gap. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. All right, what's coming up next? Big low reaching heavy. Decides to buff up while they can. Knockdown. Player 1 chases down to the one, wraps it up with the drive impact. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. A very solid tomahawk buster. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Under Thunderbird! And with Condor Wind stock, it's gonna deal even more damage! What'll happen here? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Medium kick hits. Are they going to be able to come back and meet them air to air? Looking for a chance. What closes it out? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sticks the jump in. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Stops the attack cold with a perfect parry. How will they follow up? Perfectly timed parry to deflect the opponent's attack. You don't want to get caught in that situation too many times. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown. Buffs up. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Time's the only thing moving here. Charge KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Both fighters planning something? Got his tomahawk buster! Buffs up! Mexican typhoon! What'll happen here? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Excellent block! Hits them with a stop and bop. Their spacing is so on point right now. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. All the throw connects. Going in, super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be very solid tomahawk buster. It's tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Gotta be careful not to whip at the forward rush. Buffs while they're blinking. Gotta do better than that. Ah, burnout activates. Quick medium poke. Ooh, the drive impact hit for a punish. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Very good indeed. Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in. Who will come out on top in this final round? Checks with them going on the offensive. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. A quick breather. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with low heavy. What now? Nails the 3-bug. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Links it. 3-bug. Dash. Yo, critical art now. Trips them with the critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Who's gonna take it? Oh my God, they just choked it up. It puts them on notice. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Blocks it. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. They're not going to allow any jump ins. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. The low kick connects. All right. Not having the cross-up. Track that jump nicely. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. All right, what's coming up next? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Sticks the jump in. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Sneaks in above. 3-ball ices him. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they hit them with a stop and bop? A quick breather. Risky up-close scrap still going.
Fire coming through.
Both fighters have a full...
All in with a rush. They can't squander this punish counter check.
3 balls.
Yo, critical art now.
This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
They got him.
Jeez, that was close.
Final round. Fight.
Starts things off. Oh my, the throat tech. Stomps up. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Hear how this ends. In ruin.
The super and eats it. Catches them out. Oh, here we go. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back. Drops them hard. Dangerous range. Holy! Drives it back, misses.
Condor wind is helping them start a storm.
Goes up above.
Nothing stops this train.
Player 1
All in with a rush.
Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe.
Opens them right up.
Player 2
Really had to fight for that one.
no shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Here we go.
Watch out! Typhoon coming through. Did well to get the buff in there. Still slugging it out here. What are they thinking here? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Trips them up. Goes for the surprise rush in. Decides to puff up while they can. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Okay, they trade hits. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers. Burnout activates. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Okay, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Decides to buff up while they experience KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things? Hits them with a stop and pop.
Freezing hot.
Brings out an early super to pile on the pressure. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 holding on to that, brushes that off and keeps going. 3-volt barely blocks the jump-in. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Good decision with that throw. A quick breather.
But links it.
What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Is that it then? Final round. Fight.
Starts things off with a jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Both and whips. They're wide open. Fire. Both fighters planning some anti-air in the clutch. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Knew the throw was coming. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Loads up above.
Both sides getting ready. Fire coming through!
Escapes the corner. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 still rushes in attack range. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
I'm ready.
Hope you're not a sore loser.
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Puts one in the pocket. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What's the play here? Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Side switch with the back throw. Looking for a chance to gain with a super art connect. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up and delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Gets a risky buff in. Blocks the impact. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Shows a medium kick. Full stock on the Condor win. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. Both fighters planning something. Blocks the low heavy, and you've gotta be mindful. Charges forward. Thunderbird, perfect KO. They were in full control there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Rushing attack to start. That's a nice way to get someone's attention. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right, what's coming up next? Decides to puff up while they can. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Reads them. Does a good job of pushing back. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their KO? Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Decides to buff up while they can. Charges forward. Thunderbird! And with Condor win stock, it's gonna deal even more damage. Risky up-close scraps still go. Perfect parry. They return to center stage. Going in. Full stock on the Condor win. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. Nice counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. A quick breather. KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Throw heavy. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The super armor does its job. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Still slugging it out at this range. Hold experiencing burnout. Can't tech the throw. Player 1, burnout activates. Knockdown and they need to come from the brink like that. What a comeback. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Medium kick hits. Strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Both sides have a super gauge max and ready to rip. Knockdown. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Time to reassess the situation? What'll happen here? Hits him with his free flow. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Clean parry. Gotta do better than that. But just goes for it at this range. It's the level 1. Breaking with some serious style. Player 1 raw critical. What's gonna happen? This is in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player throws them. What's next? Player 2, knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Impact squashed. Player 2, he corrects them. They're taking a step back to slow down. The drive impact doesn't work. Fire! What now? Player 1 is in a very... Oh! Putting the cherry on top!
Come on. It's time
Get
to
to the
trade.
Sala connects!
Jamie's gonna show all those OGs that there's a new player in town!
Okay, here connects with the throw. Who will set the bait at this range? Overdrive arrow kick! Oh, here we go! The low's blocked! Flatlines them! Player 2 made all the right moves! And this experience is only gonna make them stronger!
Round 1.
It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Gets a risky buff in! Nails the anti-air. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? What are they thinking here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Did well to get the buff in there. Decides to buff up while they can. Throws them to negate the block. Takes them, springs forward with a drive rush. Jumps? This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Pokes with a medium kick. They block in there. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Who's going to start things off? Decides to buff up while they can. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their grounding. Drink level max out. This party's getting crazy. Looking for a chance. Oh, going on the offensive? Player Thunderbird, and with Condor Wind stock, it's gonna deal even more damage. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Uses the gauge for a super art.
Come on. It's time
The Getsuga Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. Springs forward with the drive rush. Throws him. Overhead, but it won't work. The drive gauge's screen turns out. What a finish! Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. No good up high. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Had the radar up and running. Very solid corner switch. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 chases them down. We're near the end of the round. Both fighters have full drive in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Who's going to start things off? Gets a risky buff in. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Taking him up with the level 2 super, Thunderbird. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Blocks the impact. Gets the jump in. Risky up-close scrap still going. Time for a drink. Buffs up. Wrecks them. Weird for landing. Tags them and takes the W. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Not shy with the grab. Decides to buff up while they can. Gets the jump in. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Will this super art connect? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Blocks the low heavy. Both players all out of drive gauge. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They were expecting that drive impact. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Okay, they trade hits. Takes a trip. Jamie's tuning up the band. Time for some fun. They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Drink level 4 and now a full house to play with. Charges forward. Going in? Drops him hard. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Looking for a chance. One chance here may end this match. Fire KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Only I can hear it.
Final round. Fight.
Open meets them air to air. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Oh my God, what a throw set! Oh, the back and forth reads are unreal. They're in range. We can crown them from above. Fights out of the finds the target. Condor wins, maxed out. Throw is denied. What a read! Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Free throw strike! Dangerous range here. Nothing stops this train. Hit that with confidence. Turns out. Player one, my girl's flying. What now? Anti-air in the clutch. Player two needs to take advantage of this gauge. This is gonna hurt. Player one can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. This is a critical moment. All in with a rush. But they're dizzy. The buffet is open. Are you kidding me? Player two straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Free throw strike. Oh, says no to the impact. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player two has them legit shook in the corner. Pulls off the parry in the corner. Timing that parry well can stop you from getting wall splatted. Uses a drive parry against the attack. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player one is in a tight spot right now. Goes for the super art? All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the endgame KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
A brave forward jump there to start. Grabs him. Dashes forward. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. What'll happen here? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Gets a risky pump in. Both fighters planning something? Player one, untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Both of them were ready for a throw. Jeez, how can they read each other so well? Opt for the free throw. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Oh, the throw connects. Both fighters planning something? But all in with a rush. Excellent read. Turns out, player two is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Gets the corner switch. It might be some perfect execution with the anti-air. Player one, clutch anti-air. Oh, yo, raw super here. They've got about half life left. Player, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, they switch sides. Connects with the throw. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Fires off an overdrive arrow. What now? Rushes in? Are you kidding me? Player two is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Pops on their blink, brushes that off and keeps going. The Condor Wind charges forward. The medium kick hits. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Still slugging it out here. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Goes for the super art. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? We're in the final moments of the round. Both fighters are playing around with a full drive gauge too. Fantastic reactions there. Taking stock. Watch out! KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hands, brushes that off and keeps going. Mexican typhoon! Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. They're looking to impress with this super.
It's a level 1, breaking with some serious style.
Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. What'll happen here? A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Life lead is there, but still KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Open solid anti-air. Super clutch corners. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive network. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around.
Burns the bar for breaking.
Oh, combo! Let's go!
Free flow strike.
Will this super art do anything?
Snatches them. She don't even care how big the opponent is.
Player 2 has the super gauge advantage.
Fire. Ugh, take a seat.
They gotta find something to work with here. Noticeable life lead is a comeback super.
Oh, it is over. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round
It's
1.
not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Gets a risky bust in. Grabs and throws him away. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Important tech there in the corner. Hold your breath. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Will this decision pay off for them? Did well to get the buff in there. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Good job blocking the jumper. Will this super art connect? Heats it up with a combo into super. Knockdown. Decides to buff up while they can. Barely blocks the jump in. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge uses the gauge for a super art.
It's the level 1, breaking with some serious style.
A super art? Plate goes end to end with a KO. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2, tomahawk plus! Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They're going for the super art? That's not gonna hit. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Here comes the in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. A super art? The super doesn't hit. Player 1 really needs a plan to counter that pressure play. Dangerous range here. Brushes that off and keeps going.
Condor wind is helping them start a storm.
No resources to work with.
They got inspire.
This is a gigantic... Ooh, does them dirty. Amazing. A real test of nerves here. Player 2 can't let... Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 2, what a finish.
Player one really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.